Oh my god, it's not just huts and mud.
The amount of people admitting that they didn't realize that Africa wasn't just like sticks and mud. That, like,
y'all are just now realizing that you needed speed to tell y'all that?
I am not an African. I am a black American.
Just makes you think Americans have no education whatsoever.
So many people are shocked that Africa doesn't look like huts and poverty everywhere. And
why am I seeing grown-ass people crying on my For You page because they've just learned that Africa has buildings?
Y'all are just now realizing that Africa got money? What are we talking about? You needed speed to tell y'all that? Are we dead ass serious? Bro, one of my homegirls is Cameroonian, right? Peep game and lock in. On everything that I love, bro, you damn near got to pay to marry them. Does that make sense? Like, there is like marriage prices. Like, her dad got guap, so he probably not really looking for nothing too much. But bro, you have to be offering money. If you listen to African music, a lot of it is talking about, I'm catering to her. This is how much money I got, and this is how much money I spend on her, or this is how much I want money spent on me. Y'all just don't know much, really. It's you guys are so corrupted by the way America taught y'all that y'all couldn't even look past the smoke screen that they put there. Does that make sense? You should not have needed IShowSpeed to tell y'all Africans are not fucking broke. Bro, America is a third world country with a Gucci belt on, with a Louis V hat. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here? Let's be so dead ass.
On you, bro.
Bro, the way Americans are reacting to the IShowSpeed streams in America, in Africa, just makes you think Americans have no education whatsoever. This just invalidates all of their opinions for the rest of their lives. Firstly, Americans think that Africa is a country. Secondly, they think people in Africa still hunt their own animals that are running away from lions and tigers, bro. They still think that Africans have to travel 5 miles every day just for a bucket of water, fetch it on, put it on the top of their head, and then come back to their village. There are literally Americans crying over the fact that they think that IShowSpeed went to Africa, he's now shown them the truth, and essentially now is the time that their eyes have opened up. And they're genuinely crying over this. They're like, we had so much propaganda on us, and now suddenly the book is open, and wow, the world. You people need to be fucking educated, fam.
Speed to Africa tour is kind of scaring me right now because the amount of people admitting that they didn't realize that Africa wasn't just like sticks and mud. That, like, you know, Africa actually has, you know, modern technology and roads and running water and all that type of stuff. And then that Africa is a continent, you know, not a country. I've seen clips of Speed's story, and like, I love it because every place he goes, he kind of rewrites like the stereotype or the image that people have in their head, and he shows that, hey, like, this is a normal place. But especially with Africa, some of y'all I genuinely like worry about. Because even when people who are like, oh, but you know, the American propaganda makes you think that Africa is just like nothing and extremely all this. Guys, can you do a little bit of research and maybe just like a little bit of logical thinking? Like, do you really think an entire continent would just be sticks and mud and tribal people? If you just look up Africa City, you will see so many cities that look just like ours with skyscrapers, big buildings, roads, infrastructure, all that type of stuff.
And people back home, to my people in Africa, I'm going to be the first one to tell you that there's no need for you to aspire to come to the United States of America. There's no need for you to aspire to come here at all. Everything you see on TV is glamorized. Do not romanticize the idea of coming here, okay? Most of us are trying to leave. Most of us are actually planning to leave this country. Okay? There's nothing here. They don't like you. They don't want you here. Okay? Even if you think you're coming here to make all this money, this just does not exist. It's a false narrative that they sell y'all. It's miserable. Okay? At least back home, you have your community, you have your people. Yes, we might be struggling, but we're happy. We're struggling and happy. Here we're just struggling and mad and sad as fuck. Stay where you are. And for us that are here in the diaspora, we need to collectively come together and figure out how we can stimulate our economy back home, bring businesses, so we can stop relying on other countries and stop relying on our government that's not doing shit.
Since when does Africa look like this, bro? There is no way that is actually real.
Alright, my bad, y'all. My bad. I said
I said Africa was a country. I didn't mean to. Africa is a continent with many countries in it. I do realize that. My apologies. I was rushing. I was in my fields, and I had to go to work like minutes after. So I was just trying to get the video out. Again, thank you for all the wishes. Thank you for all the love and all the invites. Like, I really feel welcome. I truly do. There's a lot of people saying don't come, but then 70% of the people are saying come. And really, I just want to spread all awareness on all aspects in Africa, not just some parts. Like, if I'm coming, I'm going to multiple different countries, not just the good countries, not just, what are y'all saying, South Africa? I'm going to all east, north, west, and south. I'm going everywhere. So if y'all want to see that, I want to see it myself, so I'm going regardless. But I could stream it if y'all want to see that as well. Ashe.
I don't know if it's bots, but I'm watching the IShowSpeed thing, and I'm seeing a lot of like bots or regular people saying, I thought Africa was all huts. What? The place that all the Europeans steal from, you thought it was all huts? The Europeans stole so much from Africa, they even took the people. That's where you get a person like me, a black American. So what are you talking about? Africa's rich on its own. It's just, there's like, what's stopping it from being rich is Europeans stealing and causing confusion. That's what's stopping it. Like, black Americans, we can see our oppressor. They can't. It's like another black person doing it over there. But they don't know it's a white person pulling all the strings.
It brings me so much joy. I never saw, like, you would see a white person in Africa before you see a black American. The same white Americans, you'll see them in Africa before you see a black. It's so crazy because white Americans will go to Africa, have a grand ass time. And then the black Americans, the ones that look really close to a lot of Africans, are the ones that are like, yeah, they hate us. I can't go. They won't accept us. Like, why? How come you've already made up your mind before you even know anything? And that's how I know it's y'all's racist granddaddies, white granddaddies. I see a lot of black Americans saying, oh, I don't think Africans like us. You don't think 54 countries in Africa, like 54 different countries with thousands of different tribes of people, they don't like just you from one country in America, like in North America? Like, you really think, like, how did you come to that conclusion? Did you go there and everyone rejected you? You went to every country and they all rejected you? No.
I am not an African. I am a black American. What that means is that my entire family has come from America. I am the descendant of people that were slaves. That's what that means when I tell you that I am a black American. That means that the people that have been in my family for generations built this country. That means that my grandfather, who served in World War II, that helped fight and defend this country, and was, by the way, denied GI Bill benefits because he was black, is a part of the history of this country. I am not Haitian. I'm not Nigerian. I am not from any of these other countries. I am a full-blooded 100% black American.
I knew Africa had a bad PR, but I had no idea how bad it was until I started watching the reactions to the famous American streamer IShowSpeed's tour in Africa. And here is my take as an African living in Japan. So many people are shocked that Africa doesn't look like huts and poverty everywhere. And honestly, I'm more shocked that you're shocked. My flabbergasted. First of all, I would like to use this as a reminder that Africa as a continent is huge and you can fit 3 United States in there. 3 of them. The other fact is that Africa is one of the fastest urbanizing continents in the world, and nearly 45% of the population live in urban areas. That's almost half of the continent living in urban areas. And this is urbanization defined by the United Nations, the World Bank, and all of this. Urbanization means cities and towns, not huts. And most of the cities where the majority of the population live in are capitals. And these were the center of activities in the previous empires. And then they became the center of slave trade, and also further in the colonial era became the center where natural resources were exported from. So of course, roads and networks were built around there, and the current modernization actually continued from those points. From a development point of view, you can see how this created a disparity between people living in the rural area and urban area. That's a whole other discussion, but it doesn't mean that the remaining population live in huts. To be frank with you, I'll tell the truth. I myself fell for that bad PR to the level that when I was hearing stories from my grandfather's point of view, he was a son of a big chief of a clan in a certain village. I was fantasizing about going to visit these places with huts and people dancing around with funny raffia clothings. Tell me why when I was 18, I took all my savings and went to all these villages to visit. I saw this instead.
Bruh.
Yes, I was disappointed. I was like, where are the animals at? Where are the huts at? Where are the people dancing at? So yeah, as an African, surprise, surprise, I also want to go visit the Masai Mara. I want to visit all the remote villages as well, where people live in huts and brown animals and have fruits for free. But there are just not that many of them anymore. Now that I live in Japan, when I go to the countryside, I feel like it's very similar to where I grew up in Congo, you know, the countryside of Congo. And I'm like, the only difference, the people are the same, the heart is almost the same. Maybe we speak different languages, but the infrastructure and, I don't know, access to electricity and water is there in both places. But in one, it's inconsistent, it's unreliable, there's a disparity, but don't let people fool you about what Africa as a continent is like in real life. I have so much more to tell about this, but you let me know in the comment section if you want to know what it was like growing up in Kinshasa, in Congo, and also follow for more content.
You coming back to Canada? Nigga, I ain't coming back to Canada. What the fuck you talking about? I live good in Africa. Yeah, we got roads, nigga, we got roads. The fuck, we got good roads too.
Let them know.
Yeah, we got good. Yeah, we got skyscrapers. We got skyscrapers, bitch. The fuck you talking about? We got bridges. Nigga, look at that bridge. You dumb, dummies. Yeah, nigga, it's Africa. You dumb.
Explain to me why did I think that all of Africa looked like...
And it still does. Matter of fact, we don't even know what cars are in Africa. In fact, we swing on trees to get from place to place. The rich kids ride rhinos or lions. It still looks exactly, that picture is exactly, we don't even have cars. We don't have roads. Matter of fact, our president is Tarzan. You know Tarzan, the one? Yeah. That's our president. And George of the Jungle is the vice president. And you might be wondering, oh, what's the national anthem? George of the Jungle, what's up for that breeze?
If you had to watch IShowSpeed go to Africa before you finally realized Africa is more than just poverty, dirt, and huts, then congratulations. You're just now catching up. Because Africa has always been more than the stereotypes people were taught to believe. So Speed just launched this huge project called Speed Goes to Africa. It's a 28-day tour across 20 African countries, where he's live streaming everything in real time. The tour started in Angola on the 29th of December 2025, and it's scheduled to run all the way through January, ending on the 26th of January 2026. And honestly, the most interesting part isn't even Speed's streams, it's people's reactions. So many of y'all are genuinely shocked seeing modern cities, culture, nightlife, infrastructure, and that's wild to me. Because Africa didn't suddenly change overnight. What's actually happening is that the outdated, inaccurate image of Africa you've been fed your entire life is finally falling apart. Africa is not one country. It's not a monolith. And it's definitely not just what Western media has reduced it to. So if Speed in Africa is shocking to you, that says way more about what you were taught, not about Africa itself.
What up, y'all? I'm from Los Angeles, and I moved to the south of France. Hey, look, yesterday I left a post. About IShowSpeed being in Africa and the love that he was embraced with when he got there, and showing that he went across the world to many different countries and doing his tour. But the love that he received in Africa. The most amazing part about the love that he received in Africa, like I was saying, that we were taught in Africa, and I'm not a young chap, and I'm talking about from my mother's age, my grandmother's age, that Africa didn't embrace us, you know, like this, that they didn't like us, basically. We was taught this. I guess it was just the separation to not get us back together, though, you know what I mean? Not to understand that we was actually taken from those people as well. So as much as, you know, we got separated from them, they were separated from their people too. You were somebody's child, you were somebody's daughter, somebody's granddaughter, somebody's grandson, somebody's brother, somebody's sister over there. So imagine when they came and snatched you away. It was somebody on that side that was crying that you were gone too, though. So of course they love you. Of course they always wanted your arrival to come back. They probably just wonder why we never came back when we had airplanes and the freedom to come. And the reason why is because we were brainwashed. And I heard a lot of comments. I got a lot of comments, a lot of views and everything on these videos on TikTok. And it was just amazing to see the outreach of all the Africans from all over Africa just hitting me up, telling me, you're welcome, bro. It's nice for your information. Spread the word more. Let them know that we love them. It's a big difference of love, real kindness, docile, friendly, loving people. And just to get that pour of love back from them and to know it's been there the whole time and that we've actually been bamboozled. We've been fooled. And it's crazy, in 2026, we have to find out from TikTok and Instagram and things like that as he's going viral on his super high live stream that IShowSpeed does. But yeah, I found out years ago that they didn't feel this way about us. I found out years ago. But I can't tell every person. Every person's not going to listen to me. I can't start some big forum and people are going to follow me. So you guys was able to see in 2026 off of social media. That's a damn shame. We've been had the internet. We've been have ways to find out how it really is. I call it wasted information, to have some information and not use it. Not use it at all. So, like I said, to all my Africans out there that hit me up and keep hitting me up, you know what I mean? Built a brand new relationship with a bunch of Africans, I guess just because of my posts. That's amazing, though. It's amazing when you get around the world and you living abroad and you travel abroad, how you see things a whole lot different than just actually staying in my bubble, which I was in America. Blinded. Totally blinded. Anyway, I want most of the Americans out there, basically my story is what I'm trying to say is, if we were ignorant yesterday, we're going to be ignorant today. You know, wake up. It's time for us to take some trips back to Africa. Many of my friends told me, many of my friends in Africa, they said, bring your ass. Come on. Come to Africa. We love you. You're going to be treated really, really, really well. Hey, that's all I got to say, man. Let's go visit Africa, you guys. Let's stop the brainwash that we was taught. And let's reteach ourselves, man. It's time for new blessings. God loves you. Love yourself. Aha.
Okay. I see people from Africa all the time on this app trying to educate people that Africa is not all people living in mud huts in villages. They have cities, they have skyscrapers, they have cars, they have roads, they have everything. But people just aren't taking to it. How are you crying? How are you crying because you're finding out through Speed that Africa has buildings? Are you serious? If you made it to 2026 thinking that the entirety of Africa is still living in the Stone Age, that's not just because you fell for propaganda, it's because you didn't care enough to do your own research. Sorry.
Now that most of y'all seen how developed Africa is, if any of you guys plan to move, well, the continent, because they hate when we just say Africa, but we say Europe too. Europe is many countries. So we know it's the African continent. You choose a country that resonate with you. If you want to leave the US and go, because that's what I was going to do, but I have a few things I'm waiting on. I'm getting a few things in order because I was in a rush to go, but then I was like, let me calm down, because when I go, I don't want to have to come back here. So I'm doing my investing, saving, all of that. But when you do go, what they need is farms. So you can buy land. Like, they have so much land. Africa don't need to be food insecure. Most of the time they're food insecure is because they lack the knowledge or the resources to actually build farms. That's what I was gonna go do actually, is build a farm. If you notice, most rich white people are farmers. I don't know if y'all know this, but most rich white people are farmers. They own stuff in the food supply industry. Even if they're not farmers, they partner with farmers to get their food to make other food. So you can even if you know how to, all right, say you have your own type of potato chips that you want to create and you want to make a snack in one of those countries, you could find a farmer, have people test it. If they like it, there you go. You know what I mean? Just like Lay's potato chips. So there's so much that you guys can do on African continent, and some countries aren't that. Sorry, my battery. The countries are developed, but they need help to like bring it to another level. And that's why I was gonna go, because I see the opportunity, the amount of business opportunity in the continent of Africa is so much. Like, y'all don't have, the thing is, y'all just gotta have patience. You just gotta have patience. You go there, you learn the land, you learn the people, you go through your little hardship or whatever, and then the business. I've seen so many Black Americans down there, especially in Ghana, that have successful businesses. They're just chilling, they're just living life, the house paid for. They just, man, that shit looks so good to do. Like, I could just feel the peace. You have your land, they build their house, the house is complete, and they have their farm, and they're just making money off the farm. And Ghana was just giving away U.S. citizenship, giving away Ghanaian citizenship to U.S. Black people. So if you're Black and you want a citizenship, go to Ghana. They're giving that shit away. And Kenya might start too. But like, Africa has so much fucking land, so much arable land, and most of their food they export to Europe. And it's like right now is the best time to go down there and start a farm, because other places, because of weather, are gonna become so food insecure. They're gonna have to import more food from the continent. It's a long game. And another thing, the population is declining everywhere except Africa. Africa has the most young people on the continent. Every other continent has 30 to 50-year-olds. Africa has 15 to 25-year-olds. A lot of them. So there's young people, there's 1 billion young people across the continent, and there's a lot of business opportunity. Do the math. I already did the math, because it's either I'm going to retire in my home country, Jamaica, or I'm retiring somewhere in Africa. Rwanda, freaking South Africa, Tanzania, they don't speak, all of them don't speak English. Rwanda and Tanzania don't speak English. That's why they were kind of like off my list, because then I got to learn a different language. But South Africa, they speak different languages, but they speak English. So I was gonna go to South Africa. And then Ghana is just like another Jamaica for us Jamaicans. It feels just like Jamaica there. Based on videos I've seen, when I look at it, it feels like I'm looking at Jamaica. And they're giving away free citizenship too, so we could go there. And they have so much land that they're selling at a cheap price for, I've seen people get land for $1,500. Yeah, make your plan, make your exit, and go. Africa. Don't go to another European country. Find somewhere in the continent to go. It's gonna be the safest place coming in the future. I promise you.
Y'all are really upset that people are seeing Africa as a whole in a better light just because of IShowSpeed's stream. Did you want them to see it worse? The same way your government and your media controls your narrative of other countries around the world is the same way that ours controls ours. We grew up hearing the eyes of an angel and seeing a fat white woman stand next to a very malnourished African child with a protruding stomach and flies on their eyes. That's the perception they gave us. And a lot of us, like myself, have gone on to fly in and discover and meet and enjoy cultures and see the beauty that Africa has as a whole. Because I dare you to go country for country in Africa with me. Be grateful that IShowSpeed is showing people the differences of Africa and how beautiful you are. You're wild. You're wild. And this behavior is exactly why people think that Africa ain't about nothing. You're not using your data to Google or watch anything about history. You're just using it to be foolish. Please stop.
The cow balls was amazing.
Thank you.
The worms was amazing.
Thank you.
The cow tongue was amazing.
Thank you.
You did great.
I've got a secret for the balls, so I have to tell you in your ear. So the balls is supposed to help your back get stronger.
Wait, my what?
Yeah, apparently it's supposed to help your back get stronger.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Bro, it's moving like step up, bro. Now everyone just knows the routines. You know what I'm saying? I want Speed to hit one. We want to party, Speed. We want to party, Speed. We like to party, Speed. Want Speed to hit that backflip.
Africa is dangerous. Yeah. Imagine my friend yesterday, I posted on my story about the 6 months that I lived in Africa and how I can't wait to go back this year. And this brother said to me, he said, man, Africa is dangerous. My brother, you live in Chirac. Yes, home of King Von, the serial unaliver, Chief Keef. We saw what happened over Juneteenth weekend. I mean, come on, man. It's dangerous in the States. And I think that's one of the things that they use to scare us, fear, instilling fear in us and saying, oh, this is dangerous. Oh, this is scary. Don't do this, right? And if you listen to that and you internalize it, you realize that, you know, it makes you not want to leave your environment. It makes you want to stay trapped in a potentially very dangerous environment, more so than where you want to go or travel to. It's almost like the lie when they tell us that Africans hate us. I'm going to do a video about that, so look out for that. It's like, no, don't do this because this thing is scary or it's bad. It's like when people used to say money is the root of all evil. You're using scare tactics and fear mongering to prevent people from wanting to branch out and do other things that may help their lives or expand their consciousness. Listen, go visit Africa, man. It's beautiful and they love us as Black Americans. We are one. Peace from Khalees.